I did a little bit of research for this one, and by a little bit, I really mean a little bit, because I just needed to understand. So to start off, I don't understand the hype behind having a fat butt. Like, listen, a fat butt is always going to be nice to look at, but as someone with a fat butt, when someone went into the character creator, somebody went into the character creator, and they handsomeness 100, height 100, booty 100. They they made me a fucking specimen to be trifled with. They made me a specimen that whenever he walks the streets, women do not leave him alone. You know how many times I'm walking around and a girl looks back, she's like, "Damn, Poppy, that ass fat. Let me get your number." I gotta go. No, 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 no. I'm not looking for nothing right now. 0 times. It's happened 0 times. But I can only imagine if I actually start leaving the house, that shit like that will happen. That's why I don't leave the house. I'm scared that shit will happen. But as somebody with just a big butt, that shit is more of a curse than a blessing. I be seeing all these girls on Instagram. They be doing like they be doing all they little poses. They got the poses down to a science. But they be doing a pose. They got their ass fucking plump and shit, taking their pictures and shit. And hey, that's good for them. But I personally cannot see the appeal to actually going out of your way to augment the size of your fucking butt. Now, here's a little bit of my experience. First of all, shopping for pants is such a fucking bitch. Realistically, the only time that I really shine is during the summer, because when I'm wearing shorts, they look like shorts. But any other fucking time of year, I look like I'm wearing 2-leg fucking skirts, man. Because I have to go up like 2-3 sizes, or 2-4 sizes, whatever, right? But I have to go like up 2-4 sizes, because I'm putting the pant legs up, and I'm like, okay, this is really fitting. This is fitting good. It fits good on my calves, fits good on my thighs. Then we get to the butt, and it's like, damn. I'm sitting here, and I really have to jump. To get in my pants. And my heart breaks every time I find a pair of pants that actually fit my legs. Then I get to my ass, and it's just, I'm in denial. I keep pulling and half of the time my mom's there, and she's like, "Give it up. Just go up a size. You're delusional." And it's like, damn, like let a motherfucker live. Fuck. Because I mean, when you go up 2 sizes, it's for your waist. It's not like tailored or anything. It's built for your waist. Because the average person's ass is not 2 times the size of their fucking legs. So I have to go up like 4 sizes for it to actually overlap my butt. But then it just looks so unnatural. I'll see pictures of me from the side, and yeah, the pants will fit good around my fucking ass. And then there's just this pit of empty space. You can see where the ass transitions to just air in the pants, and my legs occupy only 50%, maybe even 55% if we're fucking lucky, of the pant, and the rest of it is just fucking baggy. It's just fucking air. It looks ridiculous. And in order for it to look good, I have to get that shit tailored, and I'm not doing all of that. Just because I have a big, bouncy, bodacious butt doesn't mean I'm blessed. It's a curse. God was making me, and then Satan was trolling. He got on the computer and made fucking. He put the fucking the butt section up to a fucking 150. Motherfucker was trolling me. Now I digress. I talked a lot, but what I really wanted to bring to attention was, and I don't know if it was a discussion post or something, like a forum, or I was online watching a video and there was a comment that I read, but whatever I read stated, okay, I think it was a video. The video reads like, oh, like, real talk, who's really sitting down to wipe? Classic sitting versus standing wiping. It's an age-old debate, and it's only natural that we all have our preferences, and I respect that. One of the comments was like, I recently got a BBL, and there is no way I'm standing up to wipe because of the way. I'll get into it in a second because I have this problem too. But I'm reading this and I'm like, okay, but what about the other option? And that's something that's been plaguing my mind for 2 to 3 days now. Before I go to sleep, I spend about an hour theorizing and really thinking of a way out. As someone with a fat butt, not on a BBL, but I labeled this theory the BBL Paradox. Because as someone with a fat butt, you're hit with this conundrum. Now, you can completely avoid this by having a large enough towel or large enough toilet. And I was pretty fine with a big toilet, but then I had to move. Now this new place got a small ass toilet, and this is where the paradox comes in. If your toilet is not big enough to accommodate your butt and your hand, it is virtually impossible to wipe your ass sitting down. So, what is your other option? Your other option is to get up, stand, and wipe your ass, because at that point you have literally just open air behind you to put your arm in your butthole and just start going crazy. But this is the problem with standing up. When you're sitting down on the toilet, you're not truly sitting. You're kind of in like a squat position, or the toilet does a great job of kind of naturally spreading your ass cheeks so that there's good dookie flow. And another thing with a big toilet, this is the meta. If you got a big butt and you just seem to always just spread your shit a little more. It's there's an arrow going up and there's an arrow going down. Arrow up would be increased poop flow, easier to shit. The down arrow would be, there's pros and cons, right? The obvious con is that you have more of a chance to get hemorrhoids. Now, that's up to you to balance it, but the toilet kind of naturally spreads your ass cheeks a little to make the poop come out nice, in a nice little, I don't know how else to explain it. But when you stand, your ass cheeks convert into their normal state. It's kind of like when, if you've watched the SpongeBob movie, the first one, and David Hasselhoff's like, I'll take you to the Krusty Krab. And then they're like, how? And then he puts them in between his chesticles, and he goes, his pectorals just get closer and closer and closer until they, it gives enough pressure to shoot SpongeBob and Patrick to Bikini Bottom. That's what it's like. Let's say like SpongeBob and Patrick is, let's say Hasselhoff's pecs are your ass cheeks, and let's say SpongeBob and Patrick in the crown is the little bit of the dingleberry. Let's say you have a dingleberry, because it's not totally uncommon to have a dingleberry. That's why we wipe. But let's say, SpongeBob's the poop and the blah blah blah, right? As you stand up, your cheeks go, they close up, but it doesn't have enough force like Hasselhoff to shoot the dookie out. So what does it do? It's like a hydraulic press. There's not enough space to move the shit, so it just kind of smushes it until it does fit. And so this is what happens. Your ass cheeks close, and the little dingleberry, the mound of poop that was there, kind of smushes and becomes a uniform layer that coats your ass cheeks. And this makes it really hard to wipe your ass, because not only do you have to go through this absolute fucking jungle, if you have ass hair, I'm pretty sure most people have ass hair. I don't know. Okay, if this fucking tab wants to open. Yeah. It's a pretty common thing to have hair in your butt. So if you're literally anyone, there's a fucking jungle. Especially if you have a big ass, there is a fucking Amazon rainforest that you have to fucking trudge through. Your hand is plunged into this deep, dark jungle where there's no light. It's a scary place. And now you're telling me that this deep, dark jungle is coated in stinky fucking Hershey fudge. It is a fucking nightmare. I have this pretty good routine where after I shit, I wipe as good as I can, but I always shit before. It's just my body. My body's just smart. My body's like that. I always have to take a shit before I take a shower. So I poop, and it gets a little wicked in there, and then I wipe as best as I can. Oh, I got shit on my hand, because what's fucking new? There's just that when you have a big butt, there's just so much more room for Dookie to play. It's just a poop playground. And so there is a 50-50 chance that your hand comes out clean, or your hand comes out, you get the picture. And so, what was I talking about? The paradox. It's really fucking hard to get your hand, in position to wipe on a smaller or normal sized toilet if your ass is bigger, because it takes up more real estate. It's harder to get your hand in there. And on the other hand, it is really fucking nasty standing up to fucking wipe when you have a fucking big butt, because there's more space for doo-doo to get smushed. There's so much mass there between these two cheeks. There's just so much mass that when you close your ass, the poop ends up getting smeared. It gets smeared. Whereas if you had maybe like a normal butt, it kind of just sits there chilling, because there's not nearly it's a small butt. We're not even gonna get into it, but a big butt is literally gonna fucking clasp together. There's a fucking magnetic force that connects your two fucking ass cheeks, and those ass cheeks are like 2 times, 3 times the fucking mass of a normal butt, and it's a hydraulic press in there. It's not a pretty sight. So if you do go out of your way to go to the gym to build them glutes, or if you go to the doctor and get some fat injected into your ass, that's all well and good. Now, another thing is, BBLs, some of them be so nasty, man. I'll be seeing some of these models, and they be having that ass look like something that came out of a fucking Lovecraftian novel. They got lumps where lumps shouldn't be. It's just fucking disfigured fucking mess. But again, I digress. That's just something I needed to talk about, because it's fucking insane how people just live their life with that fucking whatever, right? They can do that. I really regret that I'm the one with this duty to hold this absolute fucking this absolute fucking mass of fucking booty behind me. It is unfortunately it is my onus to carry this burden, and I really wish that someone else got it, that someone else would own this, which I call a burden, because there are people who would really appreciate this. It's a shame that this shit is tied to me. This shit is attached to me, because I'm sure there are some Instagram models who could really, use this shit, post up, arch their back a little, take a flick in a mirror, and get they fucking likes from that shit. But here I am, just a normal dude who really could give a fuck less about this fucking ass. Who could really give 2 fucks about these 2 fucking clapping ass cheeks. And you know what? That's the funny shit. This shit doesn't even clap. It doesn't even have any cool feature where I walk and this shit clap it automatically. This shit it's just there. It's fat. It's heavy. It's ugly. I really wish I could give this shit to somebody else. I really do. Unfortunately, the duty's on me. But I do want to end this off with something. Standing versus sitting is a debate that I can always understand, because there are certain situations where you might have to stand or sit or squat there's a debate that's been going around for such a long time that I will never understand. Back to front, front to back wiping debate. This argument is, for some reason, still going on. And here, this is my 2 cents. It will never fucking make sense. It will never fucking make sense wiping back to front. Think about it like this. Your butt is a club. Poop are some people just trying to get lit. Let's say when it's time to poop, it's time for the club to close. When you wiping back to front, you moving that poop deeper into the, you moving this party deeper inside. You bringing this shit to places that the party shouldn't even be at. You bringing the party to the maintenance room, the fucking bathrooms, the fucking the maintenance rooms. And it's like, you don't gotta go home, but you gotta get the fuck up out of here, man. But when you wipe front to back, you're taking the party from its deepest and you're moving it outside, right? You're trying to close up the club, and we're getting rid of all the dancers, all the partiers. We're getting rid of that. That's what you want to do, right? Because I feel like this is an argument that only men engage in, because women got a lot to worry about down there. I'm sure they got some common sense, and they know that back to front, you don't want no dookie going inside your chi-chi, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like men are mostly the ones pushing this argument, and it's like, you also don't want a Hershey fudge surprise landing on your nutsack. And worst case scenario, your fucking tip. You don't want none of that. Like, come on, I will never in my fucking life abide by back to front. I will be up front. There shouldn't even be a hill to die on, but I will always I will revive as many times as it fucking takes on that fucking front to back argument, on that fucking hill. I will stand my fucking ground. That's it though.